Rasulullah SAW, he mentioned in a hadith, reported in Muslim, Sa'd ibn Abi Waqqas radiallahu anh, he mentioned about the hadith, about the end of time. Rasulullah said, La yazalud dinu qayyima. The deen of Islam will remain hatta taqumus sa'a aw yakuna alaykum usna ashara khalifatan kulluhum min Quraysh. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he mentioned that the hour, dear my sisters, will establish, but Islam will continue to remain until the hour will come and pass, or there will be Khalifa coming to rule over us by kulluhum min Quraysh. All of them are from Quraysh. 12 Khalifa, until these 12 Khalifa will come and rule over us, or until the hour will establish and pass. So either or in these two situations, Islam will still remain. It means nobody can defeat Islam. Whether you leave Islam, whether you join Islam, whether there is only one person on earth who is a Muslim, or whether there is 7 billion Muslim on earth, doesn't matter. Islam will not be affected by our choice, whether we want to remain in our deen or we want to leave it. Because a lot of the time, there are two types of people. Number one, group of people, they say, and these are ex-Muslims, they say, if I leave Islam, I will cause damage by telling other people also to leave. So they think they are smart, they leave Islam, they become intellectuals, when in reality they are the dumbest people. They leave Islam, and so they go outside the fold of Islam, and they invite everybody else to come and join them, and they want to cause Islam harm. They think they're causing Islam harm by riling up whole group of people behind them, when in reality they are doing really nothing, because Allah Azza wa Jal made it very clear, La yazalud dinu qayyima. The deen will remain qayyim. It will not only be here, it will be firm. The religion of Islam, it's not going to only be here, it's not a weak religion. It is going to be qayyima, it's going to be firm. Rasul said it will be firm, it will remain in its place. Nobody can change it, nobody can move it. Then there is another group of people. So one group of people, they think they will cause harm. There is another group of people. So two groups, right? One group I mentioned, second group. The second group of people, they say, okay, you know what? I am a Muslim. I'm doing Islam a favor. My Islam is benefiting other people. My Islam is benefiting especially people with a lot of money. They think by spending money to the poor Muslims, they're helping Islam. I'm helping out this poor community. I'm helping out people in Asia, in Africa, in Europe, the poor Muslims. So I'm actually benefiting Islam. On top of that, when I go outside with Islamic dress and I pray, I'm benefiting who? Islam. Because people see me as inspiration, so they come and join me. So in overall case, I am helping Islam. So they think that if they leave Islam, or they think if they do not contribute to the religion of Allah, then the religion of Allah will be at loss. The reality is that no, doesn't matter. Whether you are a billionaire or whether you are a pauper, you have nothing, doesn't matter. In other words, if you gather together all the wealth of this dunya, if you gather together all the manpower of this dunya, and from the beginning of the creation, Adam alayhi salam, up until the end of time, you bring all of the people and you pile up all the money, gold, diamond, silver, dollar, ruby, pearl, whatever, and you put them in one place, and you bring all the humanity together, money, wealth, and technology, everything, and then you say, you know what, I'm going to benefit Islam. You will not benefit Islam. You are actually benefiting yourself. And if you put all of this together, you pile up all the wealth, bring up all the people together in one place, and you say, I'm going to harm Islam, you will never be able to do anything with Islam. You cannot change it at all. You cannot harm it. You cannot wipe it out. Unless when the time will come, Allah will lift this religion from this earth. And this has been the case. Take a look at our situation right now. How many countries are propagating against Islam. How many countries? Almost all the countries. You take a look at Muslims living in Europe, Muslims living in Asia, Muslims living in wherever. You see everywhere people are saying or showing bad things about Islam. They are spending money, they're spending manpower, they're going to different places to harm. They're using the media. Assalamu alaikum, brother. I transform. Wa alaikum assalam, brother. They are spending money, the media, they are doing everything possible. But how many people are actually converting? Is the conversion rate going down or it's going up? It's going up. When you use so much wealth, when you use everything you have at your disposal to destroy a religion, at least you can say, you know what, I have stopped its growth. At least people are now realizing that Islam is actually an evil religion. But the exact opposite is happening. Instead of declining, it's actually increasing. The religion of Allah is increasing. New people coming to Islam is increasing every single day. Just go on anywhere on social media, you will meet a new Muslim. The second hadith that I want to share with you, dear brothers and sisters, this hadith is also very, very interesting. It talks about something that we use every day. Okay, and this could be subhanallah, something, a sign for us. Rasulullah said, "Sayakunu fi akhiri ummati rijalu yarkabuna ala suruji ka ashbahar rihal." The Prophet said that end of time, my ummah will ride on a seat wider than the saddle of a camel. So the Prophet said that my ummah, they will be using some kind of ride, and the seat that will be sitting on will be bigger than the size of the saddle of a camel. What does it mean? We use it every day. We use bus, public transportation. We use car, private car. We use aeroplane. We use cruise ships, sailing on the ocean. If you take a look at the seats, they're bigger. The size is bigger than the size of a saddle of a camel. And the Prophet, he said, this will happen. In the time of Rasulullah, there was nothing called bigger space for transportation, bigger seat for transportation. They were sitting in one camel, and that's it. Maybe they will have someone behind them, but not beside them. I mean, you ride on a camel or a horse, nobody can sit beside you. Somebody can sit behind you or maybe at your front, but you cannot have someone just by your side because the seat would not allow it. So the seat, it has increased in its size with the width of it has increased, not the length, the width. So the Prophet said this is exactly what will happen. Who would imagine during that time, 1400 years ago, that the seat will actually be so wide that not only one person, but sometimes you can even have 10 people sitting just beside you. 10 people sometimes. And I have seen some videos, funny videos. People were in this car and they were coming out one by one until you will see 20 people coming out from the tiny little car. I have seen those funny videos sometimes. But the point here is that this was already prophesied by Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And the last hadith that I want to share with you, dear brothers and sisters, again, this is something very, very interesting. And the Prophet he said, وَيُقَالُ لِرَجُلِ مَا أَكَلَهُ وَمَا أَدْرَفَهُ وَمَا أَجْلَدَ وَمَا فِي قَلْبِهِ مِثْقَالَ حَبَّةٍ خَرْدَلٍ مِّنْ إِيمَانٍ. The Prophet he said, a time will come when a guy will be called adrafa, ma adrafa, you are cool, wa aqaluha, and you have intellect, someone who is smart, that's what we call them. How often you see that? Young people, if you give them this mobile phone, they can figure it out all in just maybe 5 seconds. Today kids are so smart. They are so smart. Wallahi, I have seen a video actually the other day. I should tell you that. In that video, there was this little girl. She's, I think, maybe, I would say maybe 5-6 years old. Maximum 7, but I think she's even younger than that. Two sisters. They were two sisters. They are from non-Muslim family, but I have seen the video. And this is not something we should teach our kids, but here is what happened. These sisters, they're talking on the camera. One of them were saying, I have a boyfriend. Wallahi, I have a boyfriend. So the other one said, so they asked her, did you guys kiss? The family is non-Muslim, obviously. What else you can expect? So parents or the elders sitting, they asked this 6, 7 years or 5 years old, did you kiss him? She said, no, I did not let him kiss me. And then there was another one, the other sister. She said, well, I have boyfriend almost every day. Wallahi, this little kid, what do you think? People call them smart. You give them a toy or a mobile device. These days they don't want to have a toy. Like they don't want a doll. In the past, we would be very happy if our parents would buy us a car, like a toy car. These days they don't want a toy car or a toy doll. Nothing. Give me something like smartphone. Give me iPad. Wallahi. So what do we call these people? Smart. Akaluha ma akaluha. Oh, you have smartness. You have akal. You are very, very smart. And not only that, when they grow up, what do we call them? They want to be what? When they grow up, they want to be what? Cool. I want to be cool. People call them, oh, this dude is cool. Cool dude. That's very common term in the Western countries. I think even in India, Pakistan, everywhere. Oh, he's a cool dude, man. He's a cool dude. Yo. So the Prophet said the time will come when, Assalamu alaikum brother, Sahil SK, wa alaikum assalam. So the time will come when people will call these people what? Smart and cool. But this is what we have to understand. In the same hadith, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, even though you call them cool and whatnot, he said, وَمَا أَجْلَدَ وَمَا فِي قَلْبِهِ مِثْقَالَ حَبَّةٍ خَرْدَلٍ مِّنْ إِيمَانٍ. You can call them smart, you can call them whatever, clever, intelligent. They will have no iman. The light miscall حَبَّةٍ خَرْدَلٍ مِّنْ إِيمَانٍ. Like the size of a mustard seed. Just a little bit of iman. A little bit. They will not have it. This is the reality we are living in today, brothers and sisters. So true. So true. They learn everything except religion. Even kids 5, 6, 7 years old. I'm talking about in general. There are some exceptions to it. But in general, when you give the kid smartphone, iPhone, iPad, everything, she's happy. In very rare situation, they will be like, no, I want the Quran. I want to listen to the Quran. Very rare. But in most cases, you give them a smartphone and a smartwatch, they love you. Give them Quran, tell them listen to it, it's beautiful. They go like, nah, it's boring. It's boring. And what the parents do, they don't care. They go like, yeah, she's too young for Quran and Islam and Salah and Zakah, and she's too young. Don't teach her anything. Let her be. So they grow up. They have no iman in their heart because the parents did not plant that seed in their heart. So they grow up as kafir. They understand everything except religion, except God, the one who created them. If you are new here, consider subscribing, like this video if you did, share this video. Inshallah, I will see you soon again. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.